Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Okay. So, any doubts from the last class? Okay. So today we will see the interfacing of motor, right? So now what I want to make is I will interface a motor. Okay, I'll interface a motor with a microcontroller. So let us take the concept now. So now I'll take the microcontroller. Sorry. So I'll take microcontroller. Okay. So this is my microcontroller. I'll take one motor. I'll take one motor, right? So I'll take DC motor. I'll take DC motor. Okay. And I'm going to connect this DC motor with the microcontroller, right? The microcontroller, right? Any of the pins, of course, how we have to connect all those things, we'll see. So after connecting, I'll rotate this motor in clockwise direction. In clockwise direction for some time. Okay, I'll rotate the motor in clockwise direction for some time, say some 1 second, right? After that, I will reverse the motor direction. That means I will rotate in anti-clockwise in another 1 second. So this needs to be repeated continuously. Okay, right? So this is my task now. So I have to connect it to the microcontroller or microcontroller 8051 microcontroller. Okay, so then I'll connect 8051 microcontroller with DC motor. I'll rotate the motor in clockwise direction, and after some time I'll rotate it in anti-clockwise direction. So now so अभी इधर क्या कर रहा है, हमारा टास्क क्या है, अभी एक डीसी मोटर लेंगे, वो मोटर 8051 से कनेक्ट करेंगे. ओके, कनेक्ट करके मैं 8051 माइक्रो कंट्रोल में एक प्रोग्राम लिखेंगे, मोटर को क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में रोटेट करना. सो थोड़ा टाइम होने के बाद इट्स डायरेक्शन फिर रिवर्स करना. ओके, actually why this DC motor is used, what is the importance, all these things, because in every application, every application, wherever you want the rotation, like a movement, right? Now for example, if you take robo car, right? Robo car, that means now, like in Chandrayaan, they have launched different payloads, right? So in that payload, it will be landed on the Chandrayaan. Then it will take like a Chandra. Then it will take the photos at different places, right? So for that, it has to move forward. Now the camera will be fixed over the car. That car will move to the required location, and accordingly, so the camera will take the photos, right? So a movement, how will get that movement? Because there are the motors. So wherever you want the movement, so there will use the motors only, right? So when you want to move, the microcontroller will give the signal, right? Microcontroller will give the signal to the motor to move forward or reverse. Clockwise means it will move forward, anti-clockwise means it will come reverse. That's all. Okay, so that's the reason motors are very important because in every application motors will be useful, right? So that's the reason we have to see how to connect this DC motor with the microcontroller, how we can program the microcontroller to operate the motor, right? So forward direction means clockwise, anti-clockwise means reverse direction. Okay, so wherever you are using, wherever you are going to use movement, like wherever in every application we may have the different movement, that may be linear motion or rotational motion. Even remember this rotational motion, this motor will give rotational motion na, that rotational motion also can be converted into linear motion, right? Linear motion. So that means in every application wherever the movement is there, there we will use the motor. Wherever you want some movement kind of thing, then we will choose the motors. So that doesn't matter whether you want rotational movement or linear movement, right? So after getting the motion, like by using the motor we will get rotational motion. That rotational motion can also be converted into the linear motion by using the different gears. Okay. So now here first of all let us see how to interface this DC motor. Okay, so before connecting this DC motor to the 8051, first we should know about what is the principle of DC motor, how the DC motor will work. Okay, right? So अभी हम प्रोग्रामिंग को जाने के पहले हम क्या करना, मोटर का बारे में क्या है, उसका प्रिंसिपल क्या है, डीसी मोटर का प्रिंसिपल क्या है वो देखना थोड़ा, right? I think everybody knows this principle, right? So now here generally what is there in a motor, DC motor, we will have two poles, right? Two poles, that is permanent magnet or field magnet will be there. Assume this is S, okay, and in between one coil will be there. This is the coil. For this coil we will give current. Okay, these are the two terminals for this coil, so we will give current to this particular coil. So current will go from this terminal and it will come from this terminal, right? Now all these are magnetic flux. Okay, so these two are NSEs. It is a permanent magnet, it will produce a magnetic flux. Okay, now if I place the coil is nothing but conductor, right? So and I am passing the current through the conductor. So now this around this coil also, around this particular coil also there are some magnetic flux will be generated. Around this particular coil also magnetic flux will be generated. Okay, this blue flux is nothing but forces. Okay, so here blue color flux forces are generated by the conductor, and this red color forces are generated by the permanent magnet. Okay, so here two forces are there now. Due to these two forces there is a pressure on the coil and the coil starts rotating, because this permanent magnet won't be rotated. परमानेंट मैग्नेट रोटेट नहीं होता क्योंकि परमानेंट मैग्नेट दो पोल्स है ना, दो पोल्स फिक्स किया, राइट? बट एक कॉइल क्या किया, फ्रीली एयर में ऐसा रख दिया, सो उसमें प्रेशर हो जाएगा, देन ए स्टार्ट्स रोटेटिंग. ओके, सो दैट मींस यही हमारा प्रिंसिपल, मोटर का प्रिंसिपल क्या है, हम इलेक्ट्रिक सिग्नल दे तो क्या होता, आउटपुट क्या होता, रोटेशन होता, मैकेनिकल सिग्नल आता. इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल दे तो मैकेनिकल सिग्नल आएगा, राइट? सो नाउ इधर हम इलेक्ट्रिकल सिग्नल दे रहे हैं ना, सो रोटेट होता ना, वो मैकेनिकल है, राइट? नाउ अभी करंट ए टर्मिनल सो दे तो एक क्लॉकवाइज में रोटेट होता, Okay, assume a करंट ये डायरेक्शन में दे रहा है, क्लॉकवाइज में रोटेट होता. अभी करंट इस टर्मिनल से दे रहा है मैं, so then direction reverse होता. Okay, so now here the conclusion is what is the conclusion here? So now this is the motor. Okay, this is the motor, your DC motor, right? So DC motor will have the two terminals, right? And the output will be mechanical. Okay, so here the DC motor will have the two terminals, right? Now if you give current from here through this terminal, you will get rotational motion clockwise. You will get rotational motion clockwise. Rotation. Okay, now if you give current from this terminal, you will get anti-clockwise rotation. Okay, so आप अभी डीसी मोटर को दो टर्मिनल रहता ना, उसमें आप ये टर्मिनल से करंट दे तो इधर प्लस इधर माइनस दे तो क्लॉकवाइज रोटेशन होता, इधर प्लस इधर माइनस दे तो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज रोटेशन होता, राइट? सो नाउ so DC motor will require, of course, कैसा हो रहा है उस अभी प्रिंसिपल प्लस DC मोटर्स पढ़ाया मे बी मैक्सिमम लो. Okay, but now here my interest is I want to connect the DC motor with the 8051 microcontroller. Now here if I give the electrical signal to the DC motor, we will get rotational motion as the output. Okay, so now the amount of course, okay, that will leave it. So the direction we can change, rotating motion direction we can change by changing the plus and minus here at the input side of the DC motor. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking DC motor. Now for connecting DC motor, how many terminals are there for DC motor? Two terminals are there. So these two terminals are connected to the two pins of the microcontroller. So now I'm connecting one pin to P2.0. Okay, another terminal to P2.1. That means in microcontroller we have four ports: port 0, port 1, port 2, port 3. So I'm connecting port to 0th pin, one terminal, and one P2.1 port to first pin, right? He's connecting to the second terminal of the DC motor, right? Hope it is clear. कुछ डाउट से अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या है हमारा टास्क? ये हमारा टास्क है. ओके, राइट. सो डीसी मोटर माइक्रोकंट्रोलर को कनेक्ट करना, डीसी मोटर को रोटेट करना, क्लॉकवाइज रोटेट करना और फिर एंटी क्लॉकवाइज रोटेट करना, right? Okay, now let us go and construct the circuit. Hello. Are you able to hear? Yeah, sir, my voice is clear or not? Yeah, fine. So now we will go and construct this circuit in the simulation software. Then we'll write the program, we'll copy that program into the microcontroller. So for opening software, simulation software, already we know Proteus is the simulation software. You just double click it, it will open your software. Double click on the icon, it will open your software. Okay, right. So now here we have to click on sixth icon, right? As you know already. So it will open your workspace. it will open your workspace. So there we have to construct our circuit. Now for this particular application, what we have to take now? For this particular application, we want our microcontroller and motor. Okay, one microcontroller and motor. Okay, what is that? 89C51. So microcontroller and DC motor. DC motor, I'm taking DC motor. So simple DC motor you take, right? So active you have to take because it will have some animation, right? Okay, then one more thing you have to take is some driver IC. Okay, L293D IC. So I'll explain why we are going to take this. Okay, right, fine. Now these are the things we require. Now here we have discussed that we are connecting DC motor with the microcontroller, but DC motor require 12 volts. Here the problem is our microcontrollers can give only maximum 5 volts, right? How our DC motor will be operated? It requires 12 volts now to operate. Okay. For that, what we are going to do is we will take motor driver IC. Okay, so we will take one motor driver IC. So that will be connected between microcontroller and DC motor. The use of this is, so when it is giving 5 volts, that 5 volts will be boosted to 12 volts and 12 volts will be given to the motor. Okay, if you connect DC motor directly to the 8051 micro drive the motor, because this 5 volts is not sufficient for the DC motor. So that's the reason we have to use the motor driver IC. Okay, so now here that's the reason I'm taking here, right? Okay, 89C51 you take microcontroller, you can zoom out. Okay, now you take motor driver IC. Okay, then take the motor. Okay, now here in this motor driver IC, we will have two circuits. That means the single IC can support two motors at a time. The single IC can be used for two motors, right? So that's the reason here two IN1 here. If you see this, if you see this motor driver IC here, IN1 IN2 is there and out1 out2 is there. So that means first motor input should be connected to IN1 IN2 and 5 volts. If we connect 5 volts here, we will get 12 volts here from out1 out2. Okay, and similarly for the second motor also, IN3 IN4, you will get output for the second motor 12 volts output. So here I'm using only one motor, no need to worry about this second part, down part. So I'll use only one part. What I have to do is where we have to connect P2.0, we have to connect it to P2.0. Our motor should be connected to P2.0 and P2.1. Two inputs are here. We have discussed now. Here we have discussed now. So our motor is connecting to P2.0 and P2.1. So same thing I'm doing here. Okay, and the out1 is connected to one terminal of the motor and out2 is connected to another terminal of the motor. Okay, and here two grounds are there, two power supplies are there here. So one power supply, this power supply we have to connect it to 5 volts, this power supply we have to connect it to 12 volts, and these two ground. Okay, first let us take the ground. For taking ground, you have to go to terminals mode, right? Take ground, right? So then both you short together and connect it to ground over. And here I want to connect the 5 volts. So for connecting 5 volts, you just, here sign symbol is there, na generator symbol, you click this. So here you will have different generators. So we want DC voltage, na. So DC voltage 5 volts, and here I want to connect 12 volts, right? So here, from here you connect it here. This is the DC voltage, but I have not changed the voltage now. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, okay. Now right click on the DC voltage, click on edit properties. Here how much you want to give voltage? 5 volts. Now by default it is 0 volts, so I'll give 5 volts here. Okay, and for this how much you require? 12 volts. You make it 12 volts. Sorry, right click, edit properties. So here you make it 12 volts. Okay, here you can make it 12 volts, right? And this enable pin, that means what is the use of this enable pin? Means the circuit will be enabled only if this is connected to 5 volts. So I'm connecting this to 5 volts. The circuit is enabled, inputs are connected, outputs are connected, and required power supplies are connected, ground is also connected. Everything is over now. Okay, now this is our hardware circuit. Okay, now this is our hardware circuit, right? Now we have to write the program. So if we copy the program now, if we copy the program, then it will, if we copy the program, then it will run the DC motor in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction accordingly. Okay, now remember here, now for clockwise what you have to do? In one should be positive, in two should be negative, right? In one positive means, in digital positive negative means it is only two values now in digital, 0 and 1, right? So here for clockwise direction, what we have to do? For clockwise direction, clockwise direction. Okay, so in one is P2.0, in 2 is P2.1. okay, this should be positive and this should be negative. Okay, so what I am doing, positive means 5 volts, right? P2.0 equal to 1 and P2.1 equal to 0. Sorry, 0. Okay, this is the, that means P2.01 means this is plus, P2.00 means this is minus, plus minus. Okay, now after some time, so I'll give some delay. Okay, after some time I want to do anti-clockwise rotation. Okay, so for this, so P2.1 should be positive, P2.0 should be negative na. So P2.0 should be 0 and P2.1 should be 1. Okay, so this we have to do programmatically. Then we will give the delay again, and we'll repeat it. Okay, so this is our task now. So okay, ही हिंदी में भी चाहिए ना, right? अभी हम DC मोटर को क्लॉकवाइज और एंटी क्लॉकवाइज रोटेट करना, उसके लिए क्या करना? फर्स्ट क्लॉकवाइज के लिए P2.0 को पॉजिटिव करना, P2.1 को नेगेटिव करना. सो ये पॉजिटिव ये नेगेटिव बोले तो क्या है? डिजिटल में हमको दो वैल्यूज है, एक लॉजिक 1 और एक लॉजिक 0. दैट मींस 5 वोल्ट्स और 0 वोल्ट्स. ओके, सो पॉजिटिव मींस लॉजिक 1, नेगेटिव मींस 0. सो इधर हम क्या कर रहे हैं? फर्स्ट क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन के लिए ए पॉजिटिव करना, पॉजिटिव करने बोले तो P2.0 वैल्यू 1 करना, ए नेगेटिव करना, सो P2.1 को 0 करना, राइट? देन बाद में क्या करना? एंटी क्लॉकवाइज के लिए क्या करना? ये पॉजिटिव करना, ये नेगेटिव करना. ये पॉजिटिव करने के लिए इधर लॉजिक 1 देना, इधर लॉजिक 0 देना, राइट? सो इसीलिए P2.0 को 0 दे रहा है, P2.1 को 1 दे रहा है. ओके, सो क्लॉकवाइज थोड़ा टाइम क्लॉकवाइज रोटेट होना चाहिए, थोड़ा टाइम होने के बाद एंटी क्लॉकवाइज होना चाहिए, बाद में थोड़ा टाइम होने के बाद फिर क्लॉकवाइज, फिर एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, ऐसा रिपीट होना चाहिए. ये हमारा टास्क है, राइट? सो उसके लिए ऑलरेडी हम प्रोग्राम बनाया, इधर सर्किट बनाया, अभी हम प्रोग्राम लिखना, राइट? सो प्रोग्राम लिखने के लिए हमको दूसरा सॉफ्टवेयर था. कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर है वो? कील सॉफ्टवेयर, राइट? कील सॉफ्टवेयर ओपन करो, राइट? आपको कुछ स्टूडेंट्स आज आज फर्स्ट क्लास है तो आपको ये पार्ट नंबर 14 है, पार्ट 14, पार्ट 11, 12, 13 में, पार्ट 11 में सॉफ्टवेयर के बारे में कैसा यूज करना स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसीजर एक्सप्लेन किया। ओके, वो फेसबुक में अवेलेबल है निमी अकाउंट में, राइट। सो आप देख सकता, राइट। राइट नाउ, ओके नाउ अभी क्या करना, प्रोजेक्ट को क्रिएट करना। सो क्लिक ऑन न्यू माइक्रोविजन प्रोजेक्ट, न्यू माइक्रोविजन प्रोजेक्ट पे क्लिक करना। नाउ हियर वी हैव टू सेलेक्ट आवर, वी हैव टू गिव आवर प्रोजेक्ट नेम। इधर हम प्रोजेक्ट का नाम देना पड़ेगा। प्रोजेक्ट का नाम क्या है, डीसी मोटर। ओके, आप कौन सा नाम भी दे सकता। सो देन चूज अ माइक्रो कंट्रोलर, आपका माइक्रो कंट्रोलर सेलेक्ट करो इधर 8NC51। ओके, देन क्लिक ओके, ओके पे क्लिक करो। इधर क्लिक ऑन नो, नो पे क्लिक करना उधर। ओके, प्रोजेक्ट क्रिएट हो गया। अभी हम प्रोग्राम लिखना, प्रोग्राम लिखने के लिए क्या करना, सो फाइल में जाके न्यू सेलेक्ट करो। सो यू हैव टू सेलेक्ट न्यू फ्रॉम फाइल, हियर यू विल राइट वी विल राइट आवर प्रोग्राम। हियर आपका प्रोग्राम लिखना पड़ेगा, राइट। सो मूव, अभी मैं क्या कर रहा है, फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम लिखता, बाद में प्रोग्राम एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, राइट। So 00H, so then move P2 comma A. Okay, now what I will do is set bit P2.0 clear P2.1. okay, then A call delay, okay, then clear P2.0 set bit P2.1. okay, with A call delay, A call delay, right. So JMP repeat, so repeat will write here. So now write the delay program also. Move, of course same delay program writing whatever we have used in the last classes. Okay, so DJNZ R1 L1 L1. So then here DJNZ R0 L2. So this I'll make L2 and this I'll make L1. Okay, ऑलरेडी डिले प्रोग्राम के बारे में हम बहुत बार डिस्कस किया हमारा लास्ट क्लासेस में। ओके, सेम डिले लिख रहे हैं। नाउ सेव द प्रोग्राम, अभी प्रोग्राम हो गया और सेव द प्रोग्राम। नाउ द प्रोग्राम इज कंप्लीटेड, जस्ट सेव द प्रोग्राम। यू कैन सेव विथ एनी नेम बट it should be, extension should be .asm. okay, I'm giving mot.asm. okay, right. Now we have written the program. That program we have to add to source group, this source group folder. So for that right click on source group folder, source group folder को वो program add करना, उसके लिए source group पे folder पे right click करना, add existing files to source group 1. okay, किधर है हमारा प्रोग्राम, उधर जाके ASM फाइल है ना, ASM फाइल है, देखो किधर है हमारा MOT, ये हमारा प्रोग्राम MOT, देखो ऐड हो गया, अभी ऐड हो गया, राइट। ये हमारा प्रोग्राम। नाउ अभी ये हमारा प्रोग्राम है, राइट। ये असेंबली लैंग्वेज में लिखा। नाउ दिस वी हैव रिटन, दिस प्रोग्राम वी हैव रिटन इन असेंबली लैंग्वेज, बट इफ यू गिव दिस प्रोग्राम टू द माइक्रो कंट्रोलर वोंट अंडरस्टैंड। अभी ये प्रोग्राम माइक्रो कंट्रोलर को दे तो माइक्रो कंट्रोलर को समझ नहीं आता क्या करना, राइट। उसके लिए क्या करना, ये प्रोग्राम हमको माइक्रो कंट्रोलर अंडरस्टैंडेबल लैंग्वेज में कन्वर्ट करना। सो माइक्रो कंट्रोलर अंडरस्टैंडेबल लैंग्वेज क्या है, डिजिटल लैंग्वेज, जीरोस एंड वंस। माइक्रो कंट्रोलर खाली वो जीरोस एंड वंस पता है। ओके, सो हमारा प्रोग्राम को बाइनरी प्रोग्राम को कन्वर्ट करना, हमारा प्रोग्राम से बाइनरी फाइल जनरेट करना। ओके, सो दैट्स द रीजन वी हैव टू जनरेट, I mean, microcontroller won't, since microcontroller won't understand this assembly language program, so we have to convert this program into the binary program, right? So for that, this software will also convert the program into the binary. So now why we are using this particular software, Keil software? The main reason is this will convert your program to machine coded file, right? हम Keil सॉफ्टवेयर क्यों यूज कर रहे हैं? ये सॉफ्टवेयर हमारा प्रोग्राम को मशीन कोडेड फाइल को कन्वर्ट करता है। उसके लिए आप एक काम करना, इधर फ्लैश में जाके कॉन्फ़िगर फ्लैश टूल्स में सेलेक्ट करके एक विंडो ओपन हो जाएगा। सो इधर आउटपुट मेनू में इधर क्रिएट एक्स फाइल ऑप्शन है ना, वो एनेबल करना। ये एनेबल करे तो आपको मशीन कोडेड फाइल जनरेट होता है, ये एनेबल नहीं करे तो मशीन कोडेड फाइल जनरेट नहीं होता। ओके, सो बाय डिफॉल्ट वो डिसेबल रहता, सो आप एनेबल करना, राइट? सो नाउ what you have to do is to enable generation of machine coded file, go to flash menu, click on flash, configure flash tools, then go to output, then you enable this create x file. So if you enable this, machine coded file will be generated, otherwise the machine coded file won't be generated. Now I want to generate the machine coded file, so I'll enable that and click on OK. Now you compile the project. You compile the project compile करने के लिए क्या करना, project में जाके build a target. So for compiling the project, you have to go to project menu and click on build a target. Now if you get 0 errors here, that means your project is successfully compiled and your hex file is also generated in the objects folder with the name DC motor. Okay, अभी इधर 0 errors आए तो आपका प्रोजेक्ट, आपका प्रोग्राम सब ठीक है। ओके, आपका प्रोग्राम ठीक है। ओके, सो आपका मशीन कोडेड फाइल एक्स फाइल, मशीन कोडेड फाइल को हम एक्स फाइल बोलता, राइट? एक्स फाइल जनरेट हो गया, नाम डीसी मोटर, कौन सा फोल्डर पे? ऑब्जेक्ट्स फोल्डर में। ओके, नाउ हम फिर उधर वापस जाना, अभी हमारा मशीन कोडेड फाइल तैयार है, वो फाइल हम माइक्रो कंट्रोलर में डालना। उसके लिए सो उधर जाइए, सर्किट को जाइए, नाउ ये सर्किट है। सो वो मशीन कोडेड फाइल ऑलरेडी जनरेट हो गए ना, अभी राइट क्लिक करो माइक्रो कंट्रोलर में, एडिट प्रॉपर्टीज। नाउ कौन सा फोल्डर पे है वो फोल्डर को जाइए। मेरा प्रोजेक्ट किधर सेव किया? एफ ड्राइव में, ऑनलाइन क्लास इंफॉर्मेशन, माइक्रो कंट्रोलर में, ऑब्जेक्ट्स फोल्डर, राइट? सो सी हियर डीसी मोटर, डीसी मोटर एक्स फाइल है ना, ए को सेलेक्ट करो। Now, so after generating the machine coded file, you have to copy the machine coded file into the microcontroller. For that, you have to right click on the microcontroller, click on edit properties, then browse your hex file. So where you have saved I have saved my hex file. So I have saved in my F drive, online classes, right? Microcontroller, objects folder, DC motor. Okay, then click on OK. Okay, now the file is dumped. Now you just see, run the program, click here, it will run the thing. See here, थोड़ा टाइम क्लॉकवाइज हो रहा है, देन फिर रिवर्स हो रहा है। ओके, अभी इधर फास्ट हो रहा है। अभी आपको और थोड़ा डिले देने के लिए क्या करना, आप भी डिले भी इंक्रीज कर सकता है। क्या करना, इधर डिले प्रोग्राम में 2 बार डिले प्रोग्राम है, थोड़ा डिले देता, राइट? सो मिली सेकेंड्स में देता डिले। ओके, सो और थोड़ा इंक्रीज करना, इंक्रीज करने के लिए और 2 बार कॉल करो, राइट? सो टोटल 4 बार कॉल किया मैं, दैट मीन 4 बार ये प्रोग्राम एग्जीक्यूट होता, राइट? तो अभी फिर कंपाइल करो, फिर जनरेट करो, फिर जनरेट करने के बाद क्या करना, फिर जनरेट के बाद प्रोग्राम फिर डालना माइक्रो कंट्रोलर में, प्रोग्राम और एक बार डालना, नया प्रोग्राम माइक्रो कंट्रोलर में डालना है ना। राइट क्लिक, edit properties, then now we are getting more delay. Okay, any doubts? Now we will discuss the program, how we have written the program. The program is very simple. Program is very simple. Already we have discussed the logic, right? Already we have discussed here the logic. Okay, already इधर हम लॉजिक डिस्कस किया. क्लॉकवाइज के लिए क्या करना, P2.0 को 1 करना, P2.1 को 0 करना. सेम हम मैं प्रोग्राम भी ओपन करता, एक मिनट. मोटर okay. Right. So now actually initially in 8051 microcontroller, if you see the 8051 microcontroller, right, initially all the pins are having the value 1. All the pins are having the value logic 1. This red means logic 1, blue means logic 0. Okay, all the pins are having default value as logic 1, right? Now if I make all logic 1 na, so here it will the motor will receive 2 logic 1 without giving the signal. The micro motor will receive the 5 volts, right? So that's the reason what I'm doing is since I'm going to connect it to port 2 now, I'm going to connect motor to port 2, right? Port 2. So all the port 2 pins I'm making 0. Okay, so इधर by default microcontroller में सभी pins, सभी port pins का value logic 1 रहता. ये red बोले तो 1, blue बोले तो logic 0. So इधर logic 1 default logic 1 1 रहता ना. So 1 बोले तो 5 volts इधर DC मोटर को 2 टर्मिनल से इधर से 12 वोल्ट्स आता है, इधर से 12 वोल्ट्स आएगा. ओके, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. उसके लिए क्या करना, मैं पूरा पोर्ट को जीरोस कर रहे हैं, राइट? वो प्रोग्रामेटिकली कर रहे हैं हम. इधर प्रोग्रामेटिकली हम इधर 0 कर रहे हैं. 0 0 फर्स्ट, पोर्ट 2 को 0 0 फर्स्ट. हमको पता है हम वैल्यू डायरेक्टली पोर्ट 2 को मूव नहीं कर सकता. फर्स्ट वो वैल्यू को ए को मूव करके रजिस्टर ए को मूव करके रजिस्टर ए से P2 को मूव करना. ओके, उसके लिए 0 0 हम पोर्ट 2 को मूव कर रहे हैं, राइट? ठीक है. सो नाउ आई वांट टू मेक ऑल द पिन्स ऑफ पोर्ट 2 as 0 because I'm going to connect the motor there. So initially motor should receive 0 volt only, right? So for that I'm moving 0 0 to port 2. So for doing that, since I cannot move 0 0 directly to the port 2, first I'm moving it to the register A. From the register A, I'm moving it into port 2. Fine, right? Now I want to rotate motor in clockwise direction. I want to rotate motor in clockwise direction. So clockwise direction, for clockwise direction, what I have to do? I have to make P2.0 equal to 1 and P2.1 equal to 0. So now same thing I'm doing in program here. So here अभी clockwise rotate करने के लिए हम क्या करना, P2.0 को 1 करना, P2.1 को 0 करना. उसके लिए हमारा पास सेट बी इंस्ट्रक्शन है. ऑलरेडी हम इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट बी डिस्कस किया, इंस्ट्रक्शन भी यूज किया हमारा प्रीवियस प्रोग्राम्स में, राइट? सेट बी इंस्ट्रक्शन क्या करता, हम कौन सा बिट बोलता है इधर, वो बिट को सेट करता. तो सेट बोले तो लॉजिक 1 करता, राइट? अभी हमारा रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है, P2.0 को 1 करना. सो उसके लिए सेट बी यूज कर रहे हैं. बाय यूजिंग सेट बी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, P2.0 का वैल्यू 1 कर रहे हैं, राइट? सो नाउ हियर आई वांट टू सेट P2.0 equal to 1, right? So for that I'm having one instruction called set b instruction. What it will do is it will set the value. That means it will set the value of specified bit. Here I'm specifying P2.0, so its value will be set. Set means it is 1, logic 1. Okay, so similarly I'm going to make P2.1 equal to 0. So that can be done by using the clear instruction. So if you want to make any bit equal to 1, you use set B instruction. If you want to make any bit value equal to 0, use clear instruction, right? So similarly हम P2.1 को ऐसा P2.0 1 किया ना, so P2.1 को 0 करना क्लॉकवाइज के लिए, राइट? सो 0 करने के लिए हमारा पास क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शन था, CLR इंस्ट्रक्शन था. वो क्या करता, कौन सा बिट मेंशन किया इधर, वो बिट को 0 करता, राइट? सो नाउ अभी क्या हो रहा है इधर, ये बिट P2.0 को 1 कर रहा है. ये इंस्ट्रक्शन क्या कर रहा है, ये इंस्ट्रक्शन क्या कर रहा है, P2.1 को 0 कर रहा है, राइट? राइट, सो अभी P2.0 1, P2.1 0 बोले तो कौन सा डायरेक्शन है, क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन. अभी मोटर क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में स्टार्ट होता, राइट? सो क्लॉकवाइज रोटेट होना चाहिए. सो थोड़ा टाइम होने के बाद थोड़ा डिले देना पड़ेगा. इधर हम डिले प्रोग्राम लिखा, ए डिले प्रोग्राम, सेम प्रोग्राम हम फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम में कौन सा डिले प्रोग्राम यूज किया, सेम प्रोग्राम इधर लिखा. ओके, सेम प्रोग्राम है. सो ये क्या करता, थोड़ा टाइम डिले प्रोवाइड करता. सो अभी ये प्रोग्राम टाइम का एक डिले बोले तो ये डिले प्रोग्राम का आएगा, तो टाइम वेस्ट हो जाएगा, फिर रिटर्न आएगा, और फिर एक बार कॉल कर रहा है, फिर इधर आएगा एग्जीक्यूट, और थोड़ा डिले आएगा, फिर रिटर्न आएगा, और एक बार. क्योंकि 4 बार क्यों कॉल कर रहा है, मुझे ज्यादा टाइम डिले चाहिए, उसीलिए 4 बार कर रहा है, राइट? आपको थोड़ा चाहिए तो 1-2 बार करो, राइट? सो ओके, सो थोड़ा डिले होने के बाद क्या करना, हम एंटी क्लॉकवाइज करना. नाउ हियर आफ्टर क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन वी आर कॉलिंग डिले. सो ऑलरेडी वी हैव रिटन द डिले फंक्शन in our first program itself. Okay, the same program I'm going, same delay program I'm going to use it. Okay, so here by using a call delay, the microcontroller will come here, it will execute this, it will provide some delay, and it will come back. Again I'm calling delay one more time, again it will be some more delay will be provided. Again I'm calling delay, some more delay will be provided. Since here I'm calling 4 times, so 4 times this program is executed, so more delay will be provided, right? So then after that, what we are doing now here, CLR P2.0. CLR means what it will do, the specified bit will be cleared. Cleared means now P2.0 value become 0. Then set B P2.1. Set B will do, it will make the specified bit value as logic 1. So it is P2.1 value becomes 1, right? So now if P2.0 is 0, P2.1 is 1, what is the direction? What is the direction? P2.0 equal to 0, P2.1 equal to 1. The direction will be anti-clockwise, right? Now the motor will start rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, now इधर डिले होने के बाद हम क्या कर रहे हैं, P2.0 को क्लियर कर रहे हैं, क्लियर CLR कर रहे हैं. CLR P2.0 बोले तो P2.0 वैल्यू क्या हो रहा है, इसका वैल्यू 0 हो जाएगा. देन बाद में सेट B P2.1 कर रहे हैं. ये बोले तो क्या है, P2.1 को सेट कर रहा है, सेट मींस 1, P2.1 इक्वल टू 1. सो P2.0 इक्वल टू 0, P2.1 इक्वल टू 1 बोले तो कौन सा डायरेक्शन है, ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन, राइट? ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन, दैट इज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन, राइट? सो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन को हम कर रहे हैं, और फिर डिले दे रहे हैं, फिर डिले दे रहे हैं, फिर डिले के बाद हम क्या कर रहे हैं, फिर क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन रिपीट, क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन करना, राइट? सो क्लॉकवाइज करने के लिए हम क्या कर रहे हैं, इधर JMP रिपीट, दैट मींस अगेन इधर क्लॉकवाइज के लिए रिपीट करो, ये इंस्ट्रक्शंस रिपीट करो. देन फिर एक कंटिन्यूअसली रिपीट होता, राइट? कंटिन्यूअसली क्लॉकवाइज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, अगेन डिले के बाद क्लॉकवाइज एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, ऐसा कंटिन्यूअस हो जाता, राइट? राइट, नाउ दिस इज योर प्रोग्राम. एनी डाउट इन द प्रोग्राम? Any doubt in the program? Some people have hand raised. 3 time so okay. So इधर 3 टाइम कर सकते हैं डिले जंप व्हाट. ओके सो इधर 3 टाइम्स 4 टाइम्स हम डिले क्यों कर रहे हैं, हमको ज्यादा डिले चाहिए उसीलिए 3 टाइम्स कर रहे हैं. ओके नाउ हियर एनओपी मींस एनओपी इंस्ट्रक्शन इज नो ऑपरेशन. नो ऑपरेशन बोले तो it will not do anything, microcontroller will not do anything, just for time pass we are doing na. Actually I don't want to give any work to microcontroller, right, but some time pass होना चाहिए, right, उसके लिए एनओपी देना. एनओपी बोले तो माइक्रो कंट्रोलर को काम दे रहे हैं बट उसका काम कुछ नहीं है, खाली एनओपी एग्जीक्यूट करे तो क्या करता, एनओपी माइक्रो कंट्रोलर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में मैं एक इंस्ट्रक्शन एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा है बट उसका आउटकम कुछ नहीं है, हमको आउटकम कुछ नहीं आता, राइट. सो जस्ट फॉर टाइम पास. अभी किधर आप एक जगह में पूरा टाइम पास होना चाहिए, माइक्रो कंट्रोलर को काम देना बट हमको आउटपुट नहीं आना चाहिए, उस टाइम आप एनओपी इंस्ट्रक्शन दे सकता. ओके एनओपी मींस नो ऑपरेशन, देयर इज नो operation for that particular instruction, there is no functionality for that particular instruction. Okay, and JMP, why we are using JMP means it will provide the jump. So JMP means jump instruction, it will provide the jump from one place to another place in the program. Now here after anti-clockwise direction again I want to repeat the clockwise direction. So for repeating the clockwise direction again I have to write these 2 lines here. Okay, but already it is there na, so why we have to write again 2 lines, again why we have to write for clockwise and anti-clockwise. Already we have the code for clockwise direction and we have the code for anti-clockwise direction. So whenever you want to repeat the same functionality you just go there and execute. So going there, that means from here I have to go here na, so for going there I am having one instruction called JMP. I am having one instruction called JMP. So the JMP instruction will provide the jump from one place to another place. Where it will provide the jump? In your program where you have written repeat, there it will be provided jump. Now since I have written repeat here, so after writing the same name you have to use the same name and put the colon, right. So then this instruction will provide the jump in your program from this place to another place where you have written the name called repeat. Since I have written repeat here, I am jumping here. For example, if you write repeat here, from here it will jump here. Or for example, if you write jump here, repeat here, from here it will be jumped here. That means wherever you have written this particular word, there this instruction will provide the jump, right. So now I want to repeat it from here na, that's the reason I am putting here. और कुछ डाउट्स है? Any other doubts? A call is absolute call because delay is one program, one subprogram. Delay is one subprogram. This is the subprogram, delay program, right? So this is one program and this is another program. Okay. So if you want to call another program from your program, you have to use a call and give the program name. A call means absolute call, right? These also we have discussed in I hope in part 7, part 8, there we have discussed what is absolute, what is short, what is long, all these things we have discussed there. And if you have not attended, you just it will be available in the Facebook, you just go through that, Praveen. And still if you have any doubts you can message me also, no problem, I'll clear that. Okay. So brief of delay. Okay, I'll explain the delay function in brief. Now what I'm doing here is, in microcontroller R01 register is there I'm loading 255. Okay, there I'm loading 255. Again in R1 one more register is there I'm loading 255. Okay. Next NOP, no operation. That means microcontroller will execute these instructions but there is no change in the output. Okay. Now after that, what I'm doing is this djngit instruction I'm using. Djngit instruction, what it will do is, first it will decrement the value of specified register. It will decrement the value of specified register. Now here specified register is R1. So R1 value will be decremented by 1. Means now 255 becomes 254. Right? And after decrementing, it will check whether the R1 value is 0 or non-zero value. If it is non-zero value, it will provide the gem. If it is a 0 value, it will not provide the gem. If it is a 0 value, it will not provide any gem. So djnjt means first it will decrement the register value, specified register value. Then after decrementing the specified register value, it will check whether it is non-zero or not. So if it is a non-zero value, then it will provide gem. Okay. See, now one is decremented 254, whether it is non-zero value or zero value. Yes, it is non-zero value. It will provide the gem where, wherever you have mentioned L1, there it will provide the gem. I have mentioned L1 here. Okay, so it will jump here. Again, these 3 instructions will be executed. Again, it will come here. Again, it will reduce the R1 value. Now it becomes 253. Again, it is a non-zero value. Again, it will jump here. Okay, right? Okay. Then again, the instructions are executed. Again, R1 value is decremented 252. Then it will jump here. That means my intention is here. So I want to repeat these instructions. No operation means microcontroller will not do any operation now. Microcontroller will execute the instruction, but there is no change in the output. Okay. So it will repeat these instructions by, these 3 instructions are repeated by 255 times. After repeating 255 times, R1 becomes 0. When it becomes 0, this will not provide any gem. It will not provide any gem. Then what it will happen? It will come to the next instruction. Now this time what we are doing here? djnj. Now this time we are decreasing the R0. Now till now we have decreased R1 only. Now R0 is there. Now R0 we are decrementing 1. Means R0 value becomes 254. Again, this is a non-zero value. Yes, it will provide the jump to place called L2. I have written L2 here. So again, R1 is loaded freshly with 255. Again, these instructions are repeated again another 255 times. After repeating another 255 times, it will come here. Now it becomes 253. Then again, that means these NOP instructions are repeated by how many number of times? 255 into 255. That is approximately 65,535 times. Right? 65,535 times. That means these 3 instructions are repeating 65,535 times. But what is the output? No output. No output, because the NOP instruction means no output. So L1, L2, L3 are labels. That means when you are telling jump, you should mention where you have to jump, na? But I don't know the address of the memory location where exactly this particular instruction is getting stored. That this storing will do. Who will do the storing? Operating system will do. Okay. Operating system will decide where this particular entire program, each and every line will be saved in the memory. But we don't know the address. Operating system knows the address, right? But still, but here I want the address. So you can give the, instead of, since you don't know the address, you can give the alias name for this particular line. You can remember this, but you can tell the operating system that, hey operating system, when you are storing this particular line of program, you remember that address as L2. You remember that address as L2. And when you are storing this, you remember that address as L1, because this address I am going to use in my program, right? Whichever the lines addresses you are going to use in your program, so in your you have to mention that, you have to mention some alias name for that particular lines. So if you mention the alias name, na, when operating system is storing your entire program in the memory, right? When it is storing this particular line, or when it is storing this particular line, so the memory location where it has been stored, that will be remembered by the operating system with the name L2. Then after that, afterwards, if you tell L2 in your program, operating system knows that L2 means which address. Okay, but if you don't mention, now for this particular instruction, I'm not mentioning. If you don't mention any label, your operating system is also won't remember this particular address. Wherever you have mentioned the labels, those location addresses will be remembered by the operating system. And if you want to use those addresses in your program, simply by specifying the name of the label you have mentioned, so microcontroller will operating system will recall the thing. Actually, it will recall the address and it will provide the address to your microcontroller. Okay. So then finally, return means, so since this is the subprogram, so how we can differentiate the main program and subprogram? Because subprogram will have the option of return. That means main program means this is our main program, can execute. But subprogram behavior should be whenever a main program, whenever a program calls, so it has to provide its functionality. After providing the functionality, again it will return back to the main program. So for that, we are using the RET instruction. So RET means it is written from subprogram to the main program. Okay, any other doubts? Meaning of return is return. RET is return. Return from subprogram to the main program. If you don't write this RET, if you don't write this RET, and after executing this program, your microcontroller will not come back to your main program. It will stay here only, because microcontroller doesn't know what it has to do. So if you write RET here, and okay, the after executing this, microcontroller will understand that, okay, now I have to return back to the program from where this program is being called. Then it will go back to the program. Since it is called from here, it will come here, it will execute. After executing this program, again it will return to the point from where it is being called. So it will return back here. Return, RETURN. But here the instruction name is RET only. Return RET. Actually, the meaning of this is return. Okay. But the instruction, we should specify it as RET only. So any other doubts? So now today we have seen the DC motor interfacing. Yesterday we have seen the switch interfacing, right? So can you combine both the things? Now take two switches, right? If you press one switch, the motor should rotate in one clockwise direction, and if you press another switch, the motor should rotate in anti-clockwise direction. That is what in all our gaming consoles, all these things, na? So on our gaming console, we will have the forward button, reverse button. If you press forward button, it will move, your robocar will move forward. When you press reverse button, your robocar will move backward. That means when you are pressing forward button, your motor is rotating clockwise direction, it is moving forward, right? And when you are pressing reverse button, your motor is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, it is moving reverse direction. Okay. Okay. Yes, Samir is asking, please share the Facebook link of previous lecture. Okay, Samir, you please send WhatsApp message to me. I'll share the link, whatever the links available with me. Okay, so my WhatsApp number I'm writing here. We were on previous lectures videos. You can just, or you can directly go to the Facebook Nimi account. There all the videos are available. In that way also you can access.